The newest CD has all up-tempo, high-energy, kicking, fun.
I don't remember the last time there was like a nice small group like this. This is awesome. It's so good to see you guys. I want to take as much time as possible to answer questions and talk about anything you guys want to talk about.
Much better. Thank you so much. Now we don't have to project like you're on stage. Go Mickey. Anyway, I'm so glad you guys are here. And what I was saying was that I want to take as much time as I can to chat with you about anything you'd like to talk about. So many times when we do Q&A sessions like this, and there's so many people there, you never get to all of the questions, and people invariably always never, get their hand called on. But we very well may get to everyone today. This would be awesome if we could talk about all of the deep things in the world. Before I get started, and I also brought a DVD with some fun things I thought you guys might like. Yeah, we have lots of fun things. But before we get started, let me tell you a couple of things in case I know that I've spoken with a lot of you already today. But if I haven't, I wanted to let you know that I have some things at the table, and right after this little Q&A, I'll be over at the table again. I have all of my music CDs. So if you are looking for some good music and do not have them, I would love it if you grabbed some. I can promise you won't be disappointed. I've been writing and producing music twice as long as I've been voice acting. So it's not like, I'm a voice actor. I think I'm going to sing songs now. It's not like, me, trying to do music or something. I've been writing and producing for a long time. And you can ask some of the people in here who have heard some of my music. I think they would tell you, it's good. It's good. Shamim says it's good. It's good. Aha, fantastic. Grazie qui. The newest CD, in case you guys don't have this, I have to tell you about this. The newest CD has all up-tempo, high-energy, kicking, fun songs on it. But what's really special about it is that some of them are remixes of some of my originals, some of the more popular ones from my other CDs. But what really makes it special is there are 3 different songs on here, one from Full Metal Alchemist, and one from The Angel, and then one from Oran High School Host Club. So, and they're all like kickin' remix club versions of songs from those shows, and that's not easy to get permission to do. You can imagine. I mean, I may want to sing a song from an anime show, but just because I want to sing it doesn't mean I'm allowed. If you don't have permission, you can't do exactly copyright. So I went through a lot of hoops, jumped through a lot of hoops to get permission from the Japanese to record these. So if you know the Brothers theme from Full Metal, it's like, how can I repay you, brother mine? Yeah, no. This is like, it's not the soft little sweet version, it's kick it! So I think you'll really enjoy it. It's the kind of CD you roll the windows down. If your player goes to 10, you take it to 12. You know what I mean? Also, if any of you in this room are not members of the Rangers, death will come swiftly for you if you do not join. And I say that in love. We would love you to join us. It's free, and you can instantaneously be part of the most awesome fan group on the planet. 14,000 members worldwide. Awesome hot girls. Guys, hot girls. Do I need to say any more, right? I don't know. If I were 16, 17, 25, I'd be totally what kind of girls you got in this club? All right, I'll join. But there are cards on the table, on the autograph table, and you can grab one for free. and join us. And you would instantaneously have a great big family of 14,000 people who love what you love, who enjoy anime and video games, and just, it's so cool to go to conventions, at any given convention, and literally like, in a Q&A session, I'll say, how many Rangers? We, probably like 100 people, and suddenly you might have come by yourself, and you instantaneously have like all these friends at the convention that you hang out with, and we have chat rooms and forums and art galleries and Ranger dinners and all kinds of fun stuff. So some people make lifelong friends in the Rangers, and we've had people meet and get married in the group. So not that you're looking to get married right now, but it happens. It's out there, right? It happens. Also, last thing, a couple of years ago, and I don't know if I had this when I was here before, but if I didn't, a few years ago I wanted to record something as a gift that I could give back to the fans, because I am so enormously grateful for your kindness and your support for my work. And so I wanted to do something to give back to you. And so, because my faith is very important to me, I thought, well, what would be a better thing to give to you than something that's important to me? So I spent many, many months in my own studio in my home recording the entire Gospel of John from the Bible. Now, this is not the King James, therefore did the Lord verily smite the Egyptians, amen. It's not that big, flowery, lofty 1611 King James English. It's a very contemporary translation called The Message. Instead of saying something like, great was the wrath of the Lord, it says something like, God was ticked off. So it's very fun to listen to. And I put little voices with the different characters to make it a little more fun to listen to. And then I actually went back to the very beginning, after I read it all, and played the piano underneath the whole thing, so that would make it, again, a little more fun and interesting to listen to. So I would love for you guys to, hey, what's up? My boy, Casey Shelby. You guys, give it up for my friend Casey and his young lady. Casey, you may have picked the best Q&A session ever to attend, because usually there are about, am I wrong? Usually there are about 10 times this many people, and like there's not much chance. Am I wrong? Am I lying? I'm not lying. Look, when she's like. So this is a nice intimate session.
Excellent. Right on.
That's right. We're all going to go around the room. We're going to talk about what we're afraid of. I'm afraid of microphones. Suffice it to say, I have these for free. Several people, along with myself, went to great trouble to make these so that we could give them away at conventions for free. So if you'd like one, I'll have those at the table as well. And for those of you that are kind of wondering what I'm working on right now, I'm working on 2 animated series that I'm very excited about. And guess what? I can't tell you what they are. This doesn't stink. It's like, why mention it? Why would you do that? But you know what? They're very exciting. And you know what? I'll let you know a little hint. Don't tell anybody. And if there were any more people in this room, I would probably not say this. But since we're all family, tight little group here, I will tell you that they are based on some very popular American heroes, like superheroes. That's all I'm saying. So, and then of course, we finished Vampire Night. And, oh, you know, that's right, you're my little Yuki.
Are you done with Brotherhood?
And, let's see, what else? Oh my gosh, guess what's done too? Kakaishi. It's on Saturday nights, right before Full Metal Alchemist. I love that show. Yoshimori has been so much fun, and we finished recording it. And so we're just waiting for it to air. But the recording is done. And still recording Bleach, of course, because as we know, Bleach never ends.
Yeah.
And Naruto, they never end. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
They never.
So, oh my gosh, we finished Brotherhood.
Oh.
I know, right?
I'm almost done with it.
I'm serious. It's the ending is amazing.
Don't tell me.
I'm
Don't
gonna tell you
tell me. Don't tell me.
The best part of the ending is where Roy gets shot. And Ed's at his funeral going, that's the best part. No, I'm just kidding. That never happened. Anyway, I'm sorry. What were you going to say to me?
Oh, I was actually that I thought the interview was really good.
Isn't it? Well, it's online like in Japanese.
Yeah.
But don't watch that.
No.
Ixnay on the Japanese channel. Let's wait until it comes out in English.
Yes.
Because it's the ending is really great. You know what's funny? I didn't know how it was going to end. I didn't want to know. I wanted to kind of be surprised, right? When you go in to record, so you kind of have this honest reaction to it when you see what happens. And so I went in and recorded the last episode a few months ago already. But Caitlin Glass had been telling me, "OMG, wait till you see how it ends." And Mike McFarlane had been telling me, "You're going to love the ending. It's a great ending." And so when I went in and actually saw it, I was like, I was crying. I was like, "Oh, this is so good." I was sad and happy at the same time. But okay, I tell you what. Let's spend. I do want to show you some fun things at some point. But let's take some questions and chat a little bit. This is amazing. It's been 5 years since I've had a session, a Q&A session this small. I'm excited. We're just like this small group of people. This is awesome. Shamim, do you have a good question? A request? Oh, a birthday request. What is your birthday request?
It's my birthday today, and everyone, will you please sing?
He wants everybody to sing happy birthday to him, right? All right, this gentleman's name is Shamim. I get about 16 emails a day from Shamim. Yes, I don't work anymore. I just answer Shamim's emails. So let's sing to Shamim, okay? Got his name?
Yep.
Make sure. So when you get to that part where happy birthday, dear Shamim. All right? Ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to... Don't sing to yourself. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shamim. That was good. Happy birthday to you. Awesome. Yes, ma'am.
Can you do the Roy Mustang line?
No. Come out of her. Roy Mustang line. No, that line. Don't, you guys. You don't want to hear that line, trust me. Wait a minute, this girl looks like she doesn't have a question like that.
Okay, what is your favorite kind of worship service? Contemporary or liturgical?
Wow. Holy moly, we just like dive. Just like down, we went into the deep stuff. You know what? I'll tell you something interesting. Did you hear her question? She was asking about like worship services, church services, and she asked me what was my favorite, contemporary or more of a traditional liturgical type of. Yeah, and you know what my answer is? I love that. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you're here. Here, take some money. I know, really, I'm amazed because that's a really great. I've never been asked that question before. You know what? Let me answer that this way. I grew up in a very traditional type of a setting. My mom played the piano, and I knew all the hymns and the choir, and it was very traditional, very stiff and reverent. And there's certainly a place for that. And then I started attending as years went by, and contemporary worship started infiltrating into churches. I found that I really, really enjoyed the contemporary because it felt like you were making a more solid connection with God, as opposed to we're all down here kind of singing about Him. You know what I mean? Suddenly it felt like you were singing to Him, and you could sense a real connection. But I will tell you something. The contemporary worship made me appreciate the traditional so much more. I started going back and looking at like lyrics to some of those traditional songs and hymns. I was like, wow, they're so deep. And so there's a song on one of my CDs called At Calvary. You guys know that song, right? And what's cool about it is that was my grandfather's favorite song. And it was a hymn. Years spent in vanity and pride. I mean, just it was this hymn. And I knew it my whole life. But when I did this CD, I thought, you know what I want to do? I want to take one of those incredible lyrics to one of those old hymns, and I want to rewrite the music and make it a little more contemporary, but hold on to the essence and the depth of that lyric. And so I did, and I want to do a whole CD like that. I would love to do a whole CD like that. So it would be hard to say one over the other. I love contemporary worship. I love it very, very much. And I think it has done a lot to build the connection between people and God. But at the same time, it gave me a great appreciation for the depth and the reverence of a traditional. Okay, wow, that was a heavy, non-anime question, right? Yes?
What's your thoughts on Japan right now?
Wow. You know what? I have a friend named Motsu, who is the lead singer for a group called Move, band called Move. They've done a lot of music for anime, and he and I are good friends, and I have been corresponding with him about what's going on in Japan and how things are over there. And for a while, he would write me and say, you know, we can't reach my mother. Like, we just literally can't communicate. Where she lives is completely cut off from communication, and we hope she's okay. And so things are getting a lot better, though. I actually wrote him the other day, and he wrote me back, and he said things are, in large part, kind of back to normal in some of the major metropolitan areas. But there's a lot going on over there. So yeah, and we've been doing a lot of charity things for them. The Rangers did some things, and yes, and then some of the broadcast stuff. And last week I was just actually in Sacramento for a charity event. So just helping to raise money for Japan. I don't even know. I didn't hear how much they raised last week. 7,000.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, and they just at the last minute said, hey, let's do this. And they literally threw this event together in a month or a month and a half or something. And they had 800 or 900 people show up. It was really great. Question? Yes.